No matter what accomplishments you make, somebody helps you. When I was going through my transition of being famous, I tried to ask God, why was I here? What was my purpose? Surely, it wasn't just to win 3 gold medals. There has to be more to this life than that. I knew that whatever I set my mind to do, I could do. When the sun is shining, I can do anything. No mountain is too high, no trouble too difficult to overcome. I would be disappointed if I were remembered as a runner because I feel that my contribution to the youth of America has far exceeded the woman who was the Olympic champion. I'm in my prime. There's no goal too far, no mountain too high. Nobody goes undefeated all the time. But when you come from a large, wonderful family, there's always a way to achieve your goals. My doctor told me I would never walk again. My mother told me I would. I believed my mother. I loved the feeling of freedom in running, the fresh air, the feeling that the only person I'm competing with is me. I ran and ran and ran every day, and I acquired this sense of determination, this sense of spirit that I would never, never give up, no matter what else happened. I don't consciously try to be a role model, so I don't know if I am or not. That's for other people to decide. I can't, are 2 words that have never been in my vocabulary. I believe in me more than anything in this world. It doesn't matter what you're trying to accomplish. It's all a matter of discipline. I was determined to discover what life held for me beyond the inner city streets. My mother taught me very early to believe I could achieve any accomplishment I wanted to. The first was to walk without braces. I had a series of childhood illnesses: scarlet fever, pneumonia, polio. I walked with braces until I was at least 9 years old. My life wasn't like the average person who grew up and decided to enter the world of sports. Sometimes it takes years to really grasp what has happened to your life. The feeling of accomplishment welled up inside of me, 3 Olympic gold medals. I knew that was something nobody could ever take away from me, ever. I don't know why I run so fast. I just run. Winning is great, sure, but if you are really going to do something in life, the secret is learning how to lose. Nobody goes undefeated all the time. If you can pick up after a crushing defeat, and go on to win again, you are going to be a champion someday. Wilma Rudolph, June 23, 1940 to November 12, 1994, was born prematurely to Blanche Rudolph at 4.5 pounds (2.0 kilograms) on June 23, 1940, in St. Bethlehem, Tennessee, now part of Clarksville. She was the 20th of 22 children from her father Ed Rudolph's 2 marriages. Shortly after Wilma's birth, her family moved to Clarksville, Tennessee, where she grew up and attended elementary and high school. Her father, Ed, who worked as a railway porter and did odd jobs in Clarksville, died in 1961. Her mother, Blanche, worked as a maid in Clarksville homes and died in 1994. For 2 years, Rudolph and her mother made weekly bus trips to Nashville for treatments to regain the use of her weakened leg. She also received subsequent at-home massage treatments 4 times a day from members of her family and wore an orthopedic shoe for support of her foot for another 2 years. Wilma Rudolph was an American sprinter who overcame childhood polio and went on to become a world record-holding Olympic champion and international sports icon in track and field following her successes in the 1956 and 1960 Olympic Games. Rudolph competed in the 200-meter dash and won a bronze medal in the 4 times 100-meter relay at the 1956 Summer Olympics at Melbourne, Australia. She also won 3 gold medals, in the 100 and 200-meter individual events and the 4x 100-meter relay. At the 1960 Summer Olympics in Rome, Italy, Rudolph was acclaimed the fastest woman in the world in the 1960s and became the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in a single Olympic Games. Due to the worldwide television coverage of the 1960 Summer Olympics, Rudolph became an international star along with other Olympic athletes such as Cassius Clay, later known as Muhammad Ali, Oscar Robertson, and Rafer Johnson, who competed in Italy. As an Olympic champion in the early 1960s, Rudolph was among the most highly visible black women in America and abroad. She became a role model for black and female athletes, and her Olympic successes helped elevate women's track and field in the United States. Rudolph is also regarded as a civil rights and women's rights pioneer. In 1962, Rudolph retired from competition at the peak of her athletic career as the world record holder in the 100 and 200-meter individual events, and the 4 times 100-meter relays. After competing in the 1960 Summer Olympics, the 1963 graduate of Tennessee State University became an educator and coach. Rudolph died of brain and throat cancer in 1994, and her achievements are memorialized in a variety of tributes, including a U.S. postage stamp, documentary films, and a made-for-television movie, as well as in numerous publications, especially books for young readers.